Eagle Out, and today we're gonna talk about training camp or joint practice day one with the Browns. I thought the offense wasn't that great, but the defense showing signs they can be elite. But let's get straight into it. All right, man, you guys know I like to go over the injury report and then pretty much I'm getting to the meat and potatoes of everything. I'm gonna talk about the important things, the players you care about, the positions you care about. But yeah, let's go over the injury report. So AJ Brown still dealing with the hamstring. Landon Dickerson got the surgery, so we're not sure how long he's going to be out. Zach Bond was actually back finally. Team drills. Kenyon Green, we all know he might miss the whole preseason. Not sure what's going to happen with him. Elijah Cooks is still hurt. Gabe Hall came back, but he was limited. And Montrell Johnson came back and he was limited. But let's go over the linebackers. Yes, let me start with the linebackers. So it was Zach Bond and Trotter Jr., who I thought did a phenomenal job. Zach Bond almost caught a pick, ball going over the middle. Trotter almost caught a pick. It was off a drop, so the receiver dropped it. Then it basically fell into Trotter's hands, and he dropped it. So it was one of those things, but overall, the linebacker unit was great. I haven't heard much of Jahad Campbell. All I really heard was he was subbing in him, Smile Mundan, and just I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. But I know it was Jahad Campbell and Smile Mundan Jr. definitely subbing in, with the first team. I haven't heard any splash plays or anything like that. I wanted to talk about Jahad Campbell, but my notes guy don't have too much on him, so I'm assuming it probably was like a quiet day. But let me know in the comments what Jahad Campbell did. Maybe my notes guy missed it. I don't know. But the linebacker unit was great. Safety unit, this was the important one to everybody. So they went with Sidney Brown, while Andrew McCuba subbed in from time to time, but it was mainly Sidney Brown and Reed Blankenship. One of the things that was interesting that the beat writers were saying is that the defense was smothering. Like, the offense wasn't really getting off of the Browns, so the defense really did a good job to the DBs, to the linebackers, to the defensive ends, defensive tackles. So, like I said, I told y'all last video, I'm like, if you could get a C-plus performance from Adoree Jackson, Kelee Ringo, or even Jakorain and Bennett, your unit will be fine, but you need slightly above average because once you get to below average or they just not good, quarterbacks just going to take full advantage. But let's talk about the cornerbacks, and let me start one by one. Kelee Ringo did not have the best day. I'm going to be honest, he was bad out there. He was getting cooked. And mind you, all the Browns really have is Jerry Jeudy, and he was guarding Jerry Jeudy, and it wasn't good. I heard it was a play similar, if not the Browns posted it. It was a play similar what the Cincinnati Bengals did. Remember, it was like more of a comeback route by Jamar Chase, and Kelee Ringo had the opportunity to tackle him, took a bad angle, and you know what happened? Jamar Chase took it to the house. I heard it was damn near the same thing. And Kelee Ringo, I heard he was overthinking, like, should I go for the pitch? Should I go for the tackle? This is what I had to say to Kelee Ringo, if he watching any of my content or his family watching any of my content. It's here. It's all up here. The reason why I say that, last year, Kelee Ringo had no pressure. Azeez Ojulari was in front of him. Quinyon was in front of him. Slay was in front of him. And, anything Kelee Ringo did was like, wow, it was an extra to the point where people thought Kelee Ringo should start over some of these guys. Y'all heard me in my last year videos like, he's not better than Azeez Ojulari. It was a big fight about that. A year later, we wish we kept Azeez Ojulari. And it's not to downplay Kelee Ringo. I just thought Kelee Ringo was still a little raw, and it's coming to the light. What I had to say is that Kelee Ringo gotta go back to where he was playing free, no pressure. Anything he did was extra. I think he know that this is his time to shine. The media is on him. Well, I guess I'm the media. I'm on him. People disrespecting his name. And is the pressure getting to him? Because I look at a simple play like that happened to you twice, and you overthought it. That means it's here. You're mentally not here. You're mentally not here. You gotta clear your mind. You gotta play free. This is a kid's game. You get to live millions of kids' dream. You gotta think of it that way. Just play free. Play Kelee Ringo football. At some point, you were elite. You went to Georgia. You started in Georgia. It's the reason why the Eagles drafted you. You got this, but you gotta relax. Gotta relax. Now, let's talk about Jakorain and Bennett. Did no better. One PBU. After that, DPI. Torch after torch after torch after torch. And people was like, yo, he should start this, that, and the third. I don't know. I mean, it was one day, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best day. And if we being honest, usually Howie Roseman players he trade for in August usually don't work out. If we're being totally honest, you Daman, whatever that guy name was, you go, I don't know, some safety we got from Seattle, didn't work out. Alberto didn't work out. The only guy that really worked out, the guy we got in August, well, in the past like 5-6 years, was C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and Jahad Dotson is still on the clock. He's still on the clock. We can see if he work out. But the August trades are usually not that good. And if Jakorain and Bennett continue on this trend, he ain't going to be it. You're not going to have any choice but to deal with Adoree Jackson or Kelee Ringo. And you throw Eli Ritz in there. I don't know. But he wasn't great. But it was one day. He got to learn the system. We just got to give him time. We got to give him time, man. And Adoree Jackson had the best day. PBUs. He did show like he's CB1, right? Or CB2, I should say. He showed like signs like, okay, I can be an above average cornerback. That's all we asking for. And I had to say this, Kelee Ringo, Eli Ritz, Jakorain and Bennett, y'all let a 9-year vet beat y'all out. That's not good. That's not good. But I got to give Adoree Jackson props. He did his thing out there, and he was showing. He looked like the best CB2. Now, he started more days than Kelee Ringo, more days than all the cornerbacks. Adoree Jackson, got to salute you. Look good out there. But another guy I got to salute is Azeez Ojulari. Azeez Ojulari, man, he had one of those days. Tackles for loss, sack. I think he even had a batted ball. I could be wrong on that. Like, he was all over the field. He's like, yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. And, it could be one or two things. One, did he really slow down? We really don't know. But two, maybe it show how good Mailata and Lane is. Maybe. Because Azeez Ojulari, man, yeah, man, he embarrassed the Browns' offensive tackles for sure. Like, he looked like the Azeez Ojulari that I thought we was going to get. The dominant, fast, speed guy with all the power. Yeah, he showed that. He definitely showed his butt, man. He definitely showed off. Very happy for him because a lot of people like, man, I don't know. He looking bright selfish. Nah, he had one of those days. Joshua Osha had one of those days. Went off. I think he got a sack. But Z's, not gonna lie, he had the best. Out of all the defensive ends, I'm including starters, Azeez Ojulari had the best day. So salute to him. He needed that day, and I thought Joshua Osha had that type of day too. APR, where you at? Where you at, man? I'm telling you, you're a late round pick. The Eagles will cut you. You gotta step up. Now I'm on APR's head. I'm on Kelee Ringo's head. I'm on a couple of guys' head. Pause. Like, yo, bro. APR, bro. These old heads, bro. I told you. OB or Cronkro, he's coming, bro. Azeez is there, bro. Joshua O'Shea. Sure, he ain't washed. Telling you, man. We ain't gonna keep 7, 8 edge rushers. So, young buck, you better step up, man. Gotta step up. But let's talk about Jordan Mailata. I usually don't talk about stars. I thought he had a decent day, but Myles Garrett was working. I think he even got a sack. He was working Jordan Mailata. But it's Myles Garrett. Jordan Mailata will have a better day more than likely the next day. If you live in the East Coast, it was like 90 plus degrees. I heard Jordan Mailata was like, oh, like, man, like he got worked. He got worked. So, I wanted to mention that Jordan Mailata versus Myles Garrett. I heard it was the battle of ages, but Myles Garrett got the best of him. Jordan Mailata had his moments too, but iron sharpens iron, man. Iron definitely sharpens iron. Speaking of stars, and I usually don't talk about it, but I'm talking about the stars today. It's because it was a joint practice. Jalen Hurts had a bad day. Now, you read some reports. Some reports say he got 3 interceptions. You go to Elliott Short Parks. He said he got 1. He explained why he believed he only had 1. But I will give Jalen Hurts credit. The day started off bad. But as the day went on, Jalen Hurts throwing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts finding a wide open guy. Or Devontae Smith and Jahad Dotson start going crazy. They start going crazy. So shout out to those guys, man. Jalen Hurts didn't let the bad weather affect him the whole day. He eventually picked it up, and you got to salute that. Started off rough, very rough, but he picked it up. But let me give y'all an update on Darius Cooper because I haven't heard anybody talk about him. I watched a few videos before mine. Shout out my guy, Philly Mike. My notes guy gave me the notes on Darius Cooper, and he had a really good day. Him and Tanner McKee was tearing up the middle of the field, man. Like, they did a really good job. So Darius Cooper is not just that guy that's just beating his team defense or whatever, or he just didn't have that one good game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Nah, he's still tearing it up, man. Pause. Him and Tanner McKee, again, just building a strong connection. And you want that. You definitely want that because those guys going to play with each other probably the next 2 games. And Darius Cooper is a guy that's trying to make the roster. The only way he can make it if Tanner McKee trusts him. And so far, there's a lot of trust between the two. So shout out to Darius Cooper. Shout out to Tanner McKee. Can't forget about Johnny Wilson. I almost forgot. Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson, man. I gotta give him credit. I gotta salute Johnny Wilson, yo. This dude had one of those days. When Jalen Hurts started getting hot, you know who sparked the fire? Johnny Wilson. It was a one-on-one, go ball. I mean, throw it up to you, Johnny Wilson. You better catch it. That's exactly what he did, and he just got the ball rolling. Tanner McKee did the same thing. That Browns defense, I got to get them credit. They will smother you. Throw it up to Johnny Wilson, catching everything. So after that preseason game, you heard the criticism. You're like, nah, this what I'm going to do. This what I'm about. And I got to salute him. He looking good. He using that height. He's no longer playing like he's my height. So play like the 6'7" guy you are. Moss these dudes, make them look small. That's what you're supposed to do, Johnny Wilson. Again, salute to you. Again, another star, I got to talk about him because he was open all camp, and that was Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert continues to have a good camp. It started from day one. He showed the same thing against the Browns. The Browns just could not cover Dallas Goedert. If Dallas Goedert stay healthy, he's going to have one of those seasons. I see it. I see it. He want to get paid one more time. See if he could get a big contract. But right now, man, Dallas Goedert, I can't front, is having a really good camp. Not just catching the ball out the backfield, but blocking, springing open holes for like Saquon and those guys. So Dallas Goedert, man, looking like a possible Pro Bowler. Dare I say all pro? It's going to be hard to do that because when you have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and all these weapons, but What I'm saying is that Dallas Goedert, he continues to be that safety blanket for Jalen Hurts. And keep up the good work, Dallas Goedert, man. I know you get overlooked a lot, especially by the national media, but Eagle Eye know what you bring to the table. Oh, and I got last but not least, my last note, Tyler Steen. Tyler Steen had one-on-ones versus Mason Graham. He had to shut the young buck down. We know Mason Graham supposed to be that guy coming out of, college, first round pick. Tried to match up with my guy Tyler Steen. Tyler Steen like, nah, none of that over here, big dog. None of that over here, big dog. I mean, Tyler Steen been doing a really good job against Jalen Carter. Lane Johnson even said he's having a good camp. And I gotta keep giving Tyler Steen props for this. No pads, he was trash. He was getting beat. He put the pads on. I gotta salute him. Definitely gotta salute him, man. But that's all I got for you guys today. And hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel, man? I went over as many notes as I can. But we know day 2 is today. Y'all will get that Friday. Hopefully the Eagles offense, man. You heard me say a lot of good about the defense, but hopefully the Eagles offense, get that junk going, man. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.